Mbabane, Swaziland, raised in Harare and based in Johannesburg. In terms of background, Miss G is just about the perfect storyteller. Well, her debut album, titled Pearls to Pigs, is a collection of highs, lows and eternal memories from her love life. The 33-year-old singer, composer and songwriter says she believes in the power of words, and her album, which is evidence of that, is an R&B lyrical feast. With a Wits University Master of Arts degree, the singer is determined to leave a mark on the music scene with her work and hopes the album will be a reflection of all the work she has been putting into her craft all these years. Well, Miss G joins us live in studio to tell us more about Pearls to Pigs. Good morning. Welcome
Good morning,
to Morning Live.
Lebo. Thank
I
you.
mean, Pearls to Pigs. That on its own, though, is, loaded. Tell us a little bit about that title. What's the significance of that title?
The significance of the title is, as you said in the intro, that the album speaks about, love and the highs and the lows. So the title is supposed to represent the heart being a pearl, a gem, being something precious that, you should guard. And not give to pigs. Yeah. So that's what the title is supposed to convey, Pearls to Pigs. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the music on, from Pearls to Pigs. What I said a little bit about in the intro about how it's about, your experience in love, but in your own words, what is the album about?
The album is about learning and coming of age as a woman. That's perhaps the best way that I would describe it. And experiencing heartbreak and learning from that. What I learned from that in my personal, experience was that I needed to love myself first and more than anybody else. Because once you, as a woman, have that self-love, you have a measure and you have a standard of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in terms of how people treat you and how people handle your heart. So I would say it chronicles the coming of age of a woman who comes to realize her worth and also develops an accurate or a more appropriate understanding of what real love is, and that real love doesn't hurt.
Why R&B though? What drove you to this genre?
I would say childhood influences. I grew up around a lot of R&B music in the home, just in my social settings, my friends. We listened to a lot of R&B music and imitated a lot of sort of the 90s R&B, stars and musicians of the time. Yeah.
When did your relationship with music begin? And who said, yeah, but Miss G, you can sing, hey?
I would say that my relationship with music began as a child. Really I used to be that child that would run around the house singing and dancing. I would do a lot of Brenda Fassie impersonations. And just in terms of who told me I could sing, I think I told myself, because I realized that every time a song came on, it didn't just do something inside of me. I always felt the need to sing along, and what I heard didn't sound so bad. And I would be on these variety shows a lot, and it was natural for me. It was easy, and I decided, I think I like this stage. I think I can do it.
And who stood behind you to say, don't doubt it, you can do this?
I would say now that I've decided to pursue music and produce this album, my friends a lot. My friends have really been supportive, and they are the ones that have sort of pushed me on and egged me on when I wanted to give up. When I was, as an independent artist, tired of certain, things and obstacles, but they are the ones that constantly push me, to just keep going.
But what sets you apart, though, from existing R&B artists in South Africa?
What sets me apart? I think I write from a personal place. I know that as a musician or as a songwriter, you can write about things you haven't experienced. But I like to tell stories that I've lived, because I think music is a vehicle, and when somebody's singing something that they know of, it just translates. You can tell that this person is trying to convey an emotion or a message that is real to them or that they've experienced. So I sing from the heart. I call my music heart music. I sing from the heart. That's me.
Somebody who's hearing this conversation for the first time and just switched on the TV, I mean, what makes this album worth a buy?
It's it's a triumphant album. I think you will, when you get to the last song, you feel like you've been on a journey. So, and I think we need to get back to that kind of music that takes you on a journey from the first track to the last track. Yeah. So that's that kind of album.
Who did you work with on the album?
I worked with Mbabane Msiza, who is a musician that is based in Pretoria. He's also my music director, and I worked with two other guys who are on bass and drums. So it's mostly a live composition album as well, which is nice. Yeah, I think to feel the instruments in music, sometimes everything is overproduced. So we have a lot of live instrumentation on the album, which is a great
Why
thing.
the decision to go in that direction though?
I think it just, I wanted to you know, for my debut album, really do music proud and put out an album that respected music, because I really revere and respect music. And I think the purity of live instrumentation, you know, you can't duplicate it with something that you program on a computer and then, you know, put out on a CD. It's just different if something is live. The bass, it can be the bass, it can be the lead guitar. It speaks to you and it evokes something, you know, within people. So that's what I really wanted, you know, people to get.
All right, we want to talk about the two guys that you brought with you. What do they do?
So that's Bongani Msiza behind the keys. He's the producer, the executive producer.
Oh, that's the producer.
And yeah,
okay.
My music director. And on the bass is Bongi Mavimbela.
Yeah.
He's also on the album. And then we don't have our other member who's our drummer.
Yeah.
Utumelos Tole.
Yeah.
So those are the guys I work with.
All right, Miss G. Why Miss G though? I didn't ask that.
Oh yeah, so it's very simple because my first name is Kuku.
Yeah.
And when I was a teenager, we just used to give each other nicknames.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, okay, you're Miss G.
Yeah.
And it stuck.
And it stuck.
It just stuck. Yeah.
So Miss G, all right.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this title, Pearls to Pigs. Like, no.
Thank you, Lebo.
Miss G, her debut album is titled Pearls to Pigs because you don't give your pearl that is your heart to a pig.
Yes.
Get it? Which outlines her love journey. The album is available at all music stores if you're considering getting yourself a copy. Do stay tuned to Morning Love to hear a little more of what you can expect to hear on that recording.